If you've been trying to lose weight after 40, you've probably been told to exercise harder, run longer, or lift heavier. But what if I told you the most powerful exercise for fat loss after this stage of life is not the one you're thinking of? See, after 40, our bodies aren't operating on the same hormonal rhythm we had in our 20s. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, even growth hormone, they're all shifting, and with that shift, our metabolism changes. The truth is, it's not about pushing your body into exhaustion, it's about working with your biology. There is one underrated exercise that not only torches fat, but also stabilizes hormones, protects muscle, and reprograms your metabolism to burn fat all day long. Once you understand why it works and how to do it correctly, you'll never look at your workouts the same way again. This is not about exercising more, it's about exercising smarter in a way that aligns with your hormonal superpowers. After 40, your body's relationship with energy changes in ways you might not expect. In your 20s and 30s, you could get away with eating a little more sugar or pushing yourself through long, intense workouts, and your metabolism would bounce back. But as hormones begin to shift, especially estrogen, progesterone, and growth hormone, your body becomes less efficient at processing glucose and more inclined to store it as fat. This is why the type of exercise you choose becomes so critical. The right exercise at this stage doesn't just burn calories, it actually teaches your body to switch fuel sources, moving away from relying on sugar and towards burning stored fat for energy. This shift is where the real magic of sustainable fat loss happens. Most people believe fat loss is about exercising harder or longer, but after 40, this often backfires. Long, grueling workouts can spike cortisol, your stress hormone, which signals your body to hold on to fat, especially around the belly. Instead, the right form of exercise works with your changing hormones. It nudges your metabolism into a state called metabolic flexibility, where your body can effortlessly switch between burning sugar when it's available and tapping into fat stores when sugar runs low. This flexibility is key because when your body is stuck in sugar burning mode, you need constant snacks or carbs just to keep your energy up, and fat burning stays locked away like a bank account you can't access. Training your body to burn fat starts with understanding the concept of glycogen depletion. Your muscles and liver store a limited amount of sugar in the form of glycogen. When you choose exercises that strategically use up these stores, without draining your body into exhaustion, you create the perfect environment for fat burning. Short bursts of strength training, resistance workouts, or even bodyweight exercises done with intensity can burn through glycogen quickly. Once that fuel tank is low, your body turns to stored fat for energy. This is when you start tapping into the reserves that have been stubbornly hanging around. Another key part of this equation is preserving and building muscle. Muscle tissue isn't just for strength. It's metabolically active, meaning it burns calories even while you're resting. As you age, you naturally lose muscle mass unless you actively work to maintain it. By focusing on exercises that build and preserve muscle, you create a higher baseline metabolism, making fat loss easier and more sustainable. And because muscle stores more glycogen than fat, it also helps buffer your blood sugar levels, preventing the insulin spikes that can drive fat storage. The beauty of the right exercise is that it doesn't require hours in the gym. In fact, short, focused sessions can be more effective for fat loss after 40 than endless cardio. For example, a 20-minute workout combining strength moves with bursts of high-intensity intervals can train your body to burn fat more efficiently than an hour-long jog. These workouts send a signal to your body when needs strong muscles, stable blood sugar, and a flexible metabolism. Over time, this signal rewires your physiology, making fat your preferred fuel source. It's important to remember that fat loss after 40 is not just about vanity, it's about longevity, energy, and vitality. By training your body to burn fat instead of sugar, you're not only losing weight, but you're also stabilizing your energy levels, reducing inflammation, protecting your brain, and supporting hormone balance. The right exercise becomes a tool that works for you, not against you, allowing you to feel strong, energized, and in control of your health. When you work with your biology instead of fighting it, you unlock a fat-burning potential you didn't think was possible, no matter your age. After 40, one of the most important yet overlooked aspects of fat loss and overall health is preserving your muscle mass. Muscle isn't just about looking toned. It's one of the most metabolically active tissues in your body. This means the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. Even when you're not exercising, unfortunately, as we age, we naturally lose muscle through a process called sarcopenia. If you're not actively working to prevent it, you can lose as much as 3–8% of your muscle mass each decade after 30, and this loss accelerates after 40. Less muscle means a slower metabolism, weaker bones, less stability, and a greater tendency for your body to store fat. This is why muscle-preserving workouts become non-negotiable if you want to keep your metabolism high and your hormones balanced. When you engage in resistance training, whether it's lifting weights, using resistance bands, or doing bodyweight exercises, you send a strong signal to your body. we still need this muscle, so don't break it down. This message is especially important during hormonal transitions such as perimenopause and menopause, when estrogen and testosterone levels decline. Both of these hormones play a role in maintaining muscle tissue and metabolic health. Without the stimulus of strength training, your body will more easily break down muscle for energy, slowing your metabolism and making fat loss much harder. But with the right workouts, you can slow down or even reverse this trend, keeping your body strong, lean, and metabolically efficient. Muscle-preserving workouts also have a powerful effect on insulin sensitivity. Muscle is a storage site for glycogen, and the more muscle you have, the more effectively you can manage blood sugar levels. Stable blood sugar is not just about preventing diabetes, it's a key player in hormone balance and fat loss. Every time you eat carbohydrates, your body releases insulin to shuttle sugar into your cells. If you have more muscle, those sugars have somewhere to go, so insulin levels stay more balanced, and your body is less likely to store that sugar as fat. This is one reason people with more muscle mass often have an easier time maintaining a healthy weight and energy level. Additionally, muscle-preserving workouts stimulate the release of growth hormone and testosterone even in women. These hormones are natural fat burners and repair agents, helping your body recover faster, maintain lean tissue, and keep your metabolism humming. They also play a role in mood, brain function, and bone density, making resistance training a whole body investment in your future health. The connection between muscle and hormonal balance goes even deeper. When your muscles are challenged, they release signaling molecules called myokines, which can reduce inflammation, improve immune function, and even enhance brain health. One of the best parts about these workouts is that they don't require endless hours in the gym. 2 to 4 short, focused sessions per week can produce remarkable results. You can lift weights, perform compound movements like squats and push-ups, or use resistance bands from the comfort of your home. The key is to challenge your muscles enough to stimulate growth and preservation without pushing your body into chronic stress mode. When combined with proper recovery and adequate protein intake, these workouts become a metabolic powerhouse. Ultimately, preserving muscle after 40 is about more than looking fit. It's about protecting your vitality. Every pound of muscle you save is a gift to your metabolism, your hormone health, and your future self. It keeps you active, energetic, and metabolically flexible, allowing your body to burn fat more efficiently. By committing to muscle-preserving workouts, you're not just exercising, you're building a foundation of strength that will carry you powerfully into the decades ahead, no matter your age. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to lose fat after 40 is believing they have to work out longer and harder to get results. While this may have worked in your 20s, the reality is that as you age, your body's stress response changes. Long, intense workouts can raise cortisol, your primary stress hormone, for extended periods of time. Elevated cortisol may lead to muscle breakdown, fat storage, especially in the belly, and hormone imbalances that make weight loss much harder. This is why short, targeted sessions are a game changer. They give you all the benefits of fat burning without overtaxing your adrenals or sending your body into a stress spiral. When you focus on short, purposeful workouts, you work with your biology, not against it. Your goal is not just to burn calories during the session, but to create a metabolic ripple effect that lasts for hours after you're done. This is where strategies like high-intensity interval training, AHT, metabolic resistance circuits, or targeted strength workouts come in. These forms of exercise push your body hard for brief bursts of time, followed by recovery, which not only depletes glycogen stores but also triggers an afterburn effect, technically called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. During this period, your body continues burning calories primarily from fat as it restores oxygen levels, repairs tissues, and rebalances hormones. The magic of short sessions is that they can be customized to your specific needs and energy levels. You can do a 15 to 20-minute circuit that combines compound strength moves like squats and push presses with quick bursts of cardio like jump rope or mountain climbers. You're working multiple muscle groups, which boosts calorie burn while keeping the workout short enough that your cortisol doesn't spike into an unhealthy range. Over time, this approach builds strength, burns fat, and keeps your metabolism high without the hormonal backlash that often comes from excessive exercise. These short, targeted sessions also respect the natural shifts in your hormonal rhythms. For women in perimenopause or menopause, the decline in estrogen and progesterone means recovery becomes even more important. Overtraining can lead to poor sleep, persistent fatigue, and cravings that sabotage your efforts. By keeping your workouts brief but intense, you're stimulating your muscles and metabolism while still leaving enough energy for your body to recover, adapt, and grow stronger. The result is better hormonal balance, which directly supports fat loss and overall health. From an adrenal health perspective, short workouts reduce the risk of chronic stress overload. Your adrenals play a vital role in producing cortisol, adrenaline, and other hormones that regulate energy, blood pressure, and metabolism. When they're constantly pushed by long-duration stress, whether from life or exercise, they can become overworked, leading to burnout, stubborn fat storage, and hormonal chaos. By training in short bursts, you give your adrenals a stimulus they can handle, followed by plenty of recovery time to keep them functioning optimally. The beauty of this approach is its efficiency. You don't need an hour or more to see results. In fact, many people find that 15 to 25 minutes of intentional, well-structured exercise 3 to 4 times a week is enough to shift their metabolism toward fat burning, increase muscle tone, and boost energy levels. When combined with a supportive nutrition plan, these sessions create a body that burns fat just during the workout, but all day long. Ultimately, short, targeted workouts are about doing less to achieve more. They train your body to be metabolically efficient, protect your hormonal balance, and prevent the burnout that comes from chronic overtraining. You finish each session feeling energized instead of drained, confident instead of defeated, and over time, you build a body that's stronger, leaner, and more resilient without sacrificing your adrenal health in the process. Most people approach exercise with a same everyday mentality, same workout style, same intensity, same schedule. But for women, especially after 40, this one-size-fits-all approach often leads to burnout, stalled results, and frustration. That's because your hormones aren't the same every day, and your exercise shouldn't be either. Aligning your workouts with your hormonal cycle allows you to work with your body's natural rhythms instead of against them. This strategy not only accelerates fat loss, but also improves energy, mood, and recovery, making the process feel effortless instead of like an uphill battle. Your hormonal cycle has distinct phases, each influencing energy levels, strength, recovery, speed, and fat burning capacity. During the first half of your cycle, known as the follicular phase, estrogen is on the rise. Estrogen is a powerful performance enhancer. It supports muscle building, boosts insulin sensitivity, and helps your body recover more efficiently from intense exercise. This is the time to lean into strength training, heavier lifts, and higher intensity workouts. Your body can handle more stress here, and you'll get a bigger return on your effort. Ovulation marks a hormonal peak with both estrogen and testosterone elevated. This is when you may feel your strongest and most energetic. Taking advantage of this window with personal best lifts, challenging resistance sessions, or intense interval training can yield impressive gains in muscle and metabolism. Because testosterone supports muscle growth and repair, any muscle you build during this time will help elevate your metabolism long term, even when hormones shift later in the month. After ovulation, you move into the luteal phase, and here's where things change. Progesterone rises, body temperature increases slightly, and recovery takes longer. You may notice energy dips or more water retention. Pushing yourself into high-intensity workouts every day in this phase can backfire, leading to increased cortisol and fat storage. Instead, this is the time to shift toward moderate, steady-state cardio, lighter strength work, yoga, or mobility training. These forms of movement still burn calories and support fat loss, but they also reduce stress on your nervous system, keeping hormones balanced. If you're in perimenopause or postmenopause, you no longer have a predictable monthly cycle, but the principle still applies. Your body is now operating with consistently lower levels of estrogen and progesterone, which means recovery is even more crucial. You can mimic the cycle approach by alternating between higher intensity strength sessions and lower intensity recovery workouts throughout the week, ensuring you're challenging your muscles without overstressing your system. Aligning your workouts with hormonal changes isn't just about physical results. It's also about honoring how you feel. When your exercise complements your hormonal state, you naturally experience better mood stability, fewer cravings, improved sleep, and more consistent energy. These factors all contribute to better fat burning capacity because your body is not constantly battling stress, inflammation, or exhaustion. On a biochemical level, syncing your exercise with your hormones optimizes the production and action of key fat burning hormones like growth hormone, testosterone, and thyroid hormones, while minimizing the negative effects of excess cortisol. This creates a metabolic environment where fat loss is easier, muscle is preserved, and your workouts deliver bigger payoffs with less effort. When you stop forcing your body into a rigid workout routine and instead flow with your hormonal strengths and recovery needs, you transform exercise from something you have to push through into something that feels natural, energizing, and sustainable. The result is faster progress, fewer setbacks, and a body that works with you, not against you. Proof that the smartest fat loss strategy after 40 isn't about doing more, it's about timing it right.